Human forbidden zone. Cut off 60,000 years. 10 remotest places. Number 1 is every modern person's nightmare. 10th. Javari. Javari Valley lies in the western Amazon, covering 85,445 square kilometers, bigger than Austria. Long unknown to outsiders, it surfaced in 2018 when a drone on an aerial survey accidentally filmed the secret valley beneath dense rainforest. Rugged terrain, dense growth, long isolation make this a true hidden sanctuary. Javari travel is tough. Rivers, forest trails only. No modern transport, so outsiders know little here. Many areas remain uncharted. About 3,000 indigenous people live on this distant land. Most of these indigenous people live isolated, never meeting modern civilization, so their lives stay largely primitive today. They lived by hunting, gathering, farming, using metal tools, wooden weapons, among Javari Valley natives. A striking fact is their languages and cultures are diverse, rich. Remember, these indigenous people don't live as one tribe. They're spread across 20 tribes, each still preserving distinct lifestyles and cultural traditions today. Though nearby, tribes differ greatly in language and customs. Since the Javari Valley's discovery, this area faces unprecedented change today. Meanwhile, illegal miners and poachers are pouring in, seriously threatening indigenous people's livelihoods and safety here. These criminals often clash with the indigenous tribes. They say Brazil, chasing 5,000 illegal miners, bound them in rainforest. After natives' crimes, those isolated tribes finally entered public view. Meanwhile, modern life and ideas are seeping into these tribes, shaking their traditions and daily way of life too. Number 9. Tristan da Cunha. This place feels like the pure refuge many crave. No city noise or rush. No social drama or coldness of the world. It sounds like paradise, yet some call it hell. Tristan da Cunha Islands today. Tristan da Cunha, a lone British overseas territory in the Atlantic. Its main island is 99 kilometers squared, rugged, 600 to 700 meters high, the world's most remote inhabited place, distant from noise. 2,816 kilometers to Cape Town, 3,360 kilometers to South America. The only way to reach this isolated island is by boat, a journey that takes 7 days from Cape Town. Only 60 days each year, ships just briefly cross these waters here. Though extremely remote, cut off from the world, this island hides a small village with 200+ residents. Looking back in history, the island's earliest discoverer was a Portuguese explorer who set foot on this land in 1506 and named the main island after himself. Yet for years, the island stayed a brief stop for explorers, never gaining any permanent residence. Not until 1810 did American Jonathan Lambert and 2 companions first try to settle the island, claiming it theirs. However, island life was brief. Soon they died one by one. In 1816, Scottish soldier William Glass, his African wife Maria Leanders, and 2 children settled here, beginning island habitation. The family grew, 8 sons, 8 daughters, with no other residents. They married sailors and partners who came to Tristan from England, Scotland, the Netherlands, the United States, and Italy. By the early 1900s, visiting Russian sailboats added fresh genes to the island. Yet generations of inbreeding slowly exposed genetic flaws. Half the islanders have asthma. Many face inherited glaucoma, night blindness, and ear disorders too. The island remains an active volcano. In 1961, a devastating eruption struck. When it erupted, 264 lived on the island. Cramped land left residents almost no safe shelter. They had to flee on local lobster boats to Britain, thereby escaping disaster at last. So this island is basically hell for survivors. Number 8 on our list. Heard and McDonald Islands. 4,100 kilometers southwest of Perth lies little-known Southern Territory. Heard and McDonald Islands. Over 3,700 kilometers. This uninhabited island is ringed by ocean, except for Antarctica and far-off French Kerguelen Island. Heard Island was accidentally found by Captain John Heard in 1853, named In 1854, British sealer Captain William McDonald discovered McDonald Islands. Then McDonald held the island 20 years, hunting seals, king penguins. In 1910, Britain formally claimed sovereignty over Heard Island. In 1947, remote Heard and McDonald Islands transferred to Australia, becoming overseas territory. Heard McDonald Islands sit in southern Indian Ocean, 4,100 kilometers southwest of Australia, 1,500 north of Antarctica. Islands lie 40 kilometers apart. McDonald, west of Heard, is a tiny limestone volcanic islet. Heard Island is mountainous, with active Mawson Peak, 2,745 meters. Most of the island lies under thick glaciers. This volcano ice coexistence is truly rare worldwide. Heard and McDonald Islands host a globally rare, early island ecosystem, nearly untouched by introduced species or human activity. Biodiversity is low, but unique species offer scientists chances to study evolution. These islands let scientists study plate motion, lava flows, and glacier changes firsthand. Heard Island's fast-changing glaciers make it a key climate monitoring site. 7th, Pitcairn Islands. A once peaceful island was thrust into the center of a vortex of sin by the arrival of a few mutineers. This is the little-known past of Pitcairn Island. This history became the film Mutiny on the Bounty, and even won an Oscar. What kind of island is it? And what crimes does it hide? Pitcairn Island lies hidden in the South Pacific, ringed by mountains and steep coasts. Jagged ridges rise to only 330 meters. A volcanic crater remnant. It's rugged, distinct, and about 4.64 square kilometers. From above, it looks like a natural fortress. Stately, the Pacific is vast. Many islands lie off routes, long undiscovered. Pitcairn Island is extremely remote, the world's edge, long inhabited. By far Earth's loneliest human settlement, getting to Pitcairn is hard. Fly to Tahiti, take a weekly flight to Mangareva, then a monthly ferry and small boat final transfer. So, why would people settle in such a remote place? In 1789, Navy's Bounty sailed from Tahiti, carrying breadfruit seedlings to British Caribbean colonies. The captain's discipline dispute sparked mutiny. About 20 rebels drifted at sea for months, then found Pitcairn Island and settled there. The rebel leader was an Englishman named Tristan. Seeing Pitcairn Island first there, he felt awe and yearning for its pure paradise beauty. Yet this once quiet land soon became sin's breeding ground. At first they lived in harmony, but resource splits and lust for women quickly sparked conflict, turning into a deadly fight for life. Eventually, Pitcairn Island had one crewman and women and children. 8 years later, an American fleet found Pitcairn. By then, the British flag flew high. Captain Mayhew's American ship refit here, learning the island's past. In 1887, Pitcairn officially became a British colony under the Crown. Later, a few immigrants settled here. With descendants of the first crew and natives, they became most locals, yet residents never over 100. 6th, Medog. China's vast population built a dense transit web, yet scenic Medog County stayed roadless for ages. Building one highway took 52 years throughout its long history. Once entirely cut off, Medog County lies on lower Yarlung Tsongpo, between eastern Himalayas and Kengri Garpo's south slopes. Highest point is Namka Barwa at 7,782 meters, the world's 28th highest. The lowest falls to 154 meters, a 7,000-meter drop across this rugged region. No, Medog isn't a typical high plateau either. The Tibetan Plateau averages 4,000 meters and is generally cold overall. Medog stands out. AVG 1,200 meters, seat 1,100 meters, Tibet's only non-plateau area. Medog lies in Yarlung Tsongpo Valley, a corridor for warm, moist South Asian air. This gives it Tibet's rare humid subtropical climate. Medog, January 8.4 degrees Celsius, July 22.6 degrees Celsius, 2 to 33 degrees Celsius. No extremes. Medog gets 2,350 millimeters of rain yearly, so clouds and mist linger all year. Like paradise, blessed with ideal geography and climate, Medog teems with life. Dense forests, countless plants and animals, evoke rainforest charm. In this magical land, Medog people skip yaks, living off tea farming. Medog was China's last county to get a road. Its first highway opened officially only in 2013. Before the Medog Highway, reaching this mysterious land meant only a perilous trek over rugged mountains and passes. The mountain road is rough. In snow season, it's buried and closed. Unless urgent, few dare enter this steep region. Though the Medog Highway opened, reaching this hidden land still demands a journey. Complex geology makes the Medog Road disaster-prone, so travel stays difficult. Only tough off-roaders and pickups can get through it all. Because the Medog Road is so hard, this stretch stayed one way only for a long time. Today cars may enter Medog, tomorrow only leave. Proof the route is perilous? Just imagine how dangerous it gets for all who go. Number 5. The Mariana Trench. In 2015, scientists monitoring its depths caught an eerie, non-stop acoustic signal. Unlike any known creature, the sound left all researchers utterly alarmed and deeply puzzled. A chill ran up their spines. Whose voice was that just now? The Mariana Trench lies in the Pacific by the Mariana Islands, northeast of the Philippines, stretching 2,550 kilometers, plunging to 11,000 meters. This region is among Earth's darkest, most hostile. High pressure, cold, and low oxygen keep most life from surviving. But this deep sea isn't empty. In recent years, humans have found life deep in the Mariana Trench, some of Earth's strangest and toughest. Take the deep-sea dragonfish. Huge teeth, ugly body, with fierce survival power, a ruthless hunter. A fish with no scales, slick as an eel, so it's called the scaleless dragonfish too. Since there is life here, could this eerie sound be coming from an unknown deep-sea monster? Not so. Scientists say this sound may echo from friction between continental plates and the ocean. Mantle heat drives convection, pushing plates to collide and shift. When crust activity spikes, the Mariana Trench gulps seawater, smoothing collisions with astounding suction. Reportedly, over millions of years, it has gulped 30 quadrillion tons of seawater, yet sea level rose, not fell. Mariana Trench's deepest point still lies in uncharted territory. Though we climbed 8,848-meter Everest and reached the moon, yet we still haven't fully explored this deep trench. Every 10 meters down adds 1 atmosphere. At the Mariana Trench floor, pressure is 1,000 to 10,000 times sea level, far beyond what humans can ever withstand. Just 8 atmospheres, even with strict protective measures. Challengers facing this death zone could lose their lives due to a minor accident. Yet though it's a life-forbidden zone, countless adventurers still come, longing to lift its veil. In 1951, Challenger 2 first probed the Mariana Trench, measuring 10,900 meters deep. Director James Cameron piloted Deep-Sea Challenger alone into the Mariana Trench, and after 2 hours descending, touched down on the seafloor, first to reach its bottom. Later he said it felt cut off from people, like another planet, utterly bleak and lonely. Number 4. The Afar Triangle. Spain's ABC website reported a story. A continent on Earth is now splitting, separating at roughly 7 millimeters per year. If splitting finishes, it may form a new ocean, 8th continent. This so-called new continent's northern tip is Ethiopia's Afar Triangle, where 3 tectonic plates meet. As new continent forms, Afar Triangle becomes its northernmost rift zone. Once the new continent splits from Africa, its north won't connect to Arabia or Eurasia. The northern Red Sea and Indian Ocean join the Afar Triangle, creating a new sea together. Scientists infer this. Afar Triangle geology and activity are unique. Afar Triangle is Earth's hottest place. Summers 50 degrees C, up to 60 degrees Celsius. Dubbed Earth's most terrifying place, everywhere is barren. No grass at all. Like Earth's dead zone here. One of Earth's geologically active regions. Driven by plate motion, is laced with faults where magma bursts out, ringed by volcanoes, and among the few places with a seafloor ridge. Even tiny plate shifts spark geological responses in Afar Triangle. Yet in this brutal land, one people survived here for millennia again. Why did they endure still? The Afar Triangle averages about 152.4 meters below sea level, so seawater pours into this hot basin, forming rich salt deposits. Here, most of Afar survived by trading salt. The landscape is unforgiving, no shade or machinery, so they quarry salt blocks using basic tools. By eye, they cut uniform blocks, bundle them with rope, and load them onto camels. They labor 12 hours for just 30 yuan. Yet in Ethiopia, that pay is relatively high. If it were you, could you survive in this place? Third, North Sentinel Island. Without accidental discovery, no one could imagine such a place still exists on Earth even today. Cut off for 60,000 years, the world's sole lawless place, trespassers face dire consequences. This is North Sentinel Island. In 2018, a US missionary tried preaching on North Sentinel Island. He failed to convert and died. After receiving the report, India tried to airlift Alan's body, but as the chopper neared ground, countless sword drones swarmed, forcing pilot to abort. Finally, the US said it won't pursue case of an American killed on North Sentinel. What kind of place is this where even taking a life cannot be punished? North Sentinel Island lies in the Bay of Bengal, within the Andamans, covering about 59.67 square kilometers, fed by climate and no industry. The island is lush. Ancient giants shade it, like untouched wilderness. However, outsiders deem North Sentinel Island off-limits not just for remoteness, but also its tiny population. Key is the island hosts the indigenous Sentinelese tribe. This tribe rejects outsiders and uses extreme force on anyone entering its land uninvited always. 2 fugitives once tried reaching North Sentinel Island by skiff, but died at the shore before landing. 2 more fishermen, tempted by rich fish, risked nearing the island died. The Sentinelese are small, dark, rough-skinned, nearly naked, and look strikingly like some African tribal peoples today. Experts think North Sentinel Islanders have lived on this island up to 60,000 years, likely from Africa, drifting here in a plate shift, then missing outside contact, so their technology barely advanced. After long isolation, the Sentinelese still live in the Stone Age today. They neither farm nor use even simple tools now. They used stone knives and swords and lived entirely by hunting and gathering. They were truly primitive. In early British contact, North Sentinel Island was hit by deadly plague. This incident shows long isolated North Sentinelese differ from modern people in physiology, language, and habits. Their immune systems are weak, can't resist germs. To outsiders, tiny germs brought in by mistake can easily kill North Sentinel Islanders. Even flu could cause disaster for them. Their unique lifestyle and physiology make the North Sentinelese a rare people. India enacted a rule that North Sentinelese won't face legal punishment for killing in certain cases. Any outsider nearing the island could face prosecution. Number 2 is Easter Island. In the Pacific lies mysterious Easter Island, found in the 17th century over 300 years ago. Yet its stone statues remain unexplained to this day for researchers worldwide even now. Easter Island lies in distant waters, far from every continent on Earth. Though part of Chile, it still sits 3,600 kilometers from the mainland. Antarctica lies 6,000 kilometers south, North America 5,500 kilometers north, and Oceania over 9,000 kilometers west. Even nearby Pitcairn Islands lie over 2,000 kilometers away, proving Easter Island cut off from the world. Easter Island is notable for its unique triangular shape. The island is actually a volcanic island, primarily composed of volcanic tuff. The island is 23 kilometers by 11 kilometers, about 118 kilometers squared, roughly 3.5 macaws, yet the island has scant vegetation. Only over 1,000 wind-facing stone statues mark it uniquely. Stone statues vary 6 to 23 meters, weighing 30 to 90 tons. 600 statues line the shore, solemn, as if thinking. Locals call these moai. Long heads, deep sockets, tall noses, jutting chins, long ears. These moai have no feet. Arms hang, hands on bellies, stern as if foretelling something big. We can't help wondering what these statues mean. Who made them? And how were they moved, set? Given the island's low productivity then, it's hard to imagine primitive stone tools carving statues this huge and refined. So moai origin legends vary. Giant wars, ancestor spirits, visitors from the stars. Some archaeologists think the statues were hand-carved by ancient islanders, honoring dead chiefs or religious leaders. Do you agree with this? How do you think the statues on Eastern Island came to be? First, Great Kemidar Island. 35 kilometers from Sao Paulo lies a tiny 0.43 square kilometer island. Just hearing its name chills you. It's a real hell on earth. Biologists warn anyone who tries to go ashore alive, step onto this island and you're halfway to death. It's Ilha da Queimada Grande, Brazil's Snake Island, swarming with snakes at nearly every turn. Reports say Queimada Grande hosts over 500,000 venomous snakes. The golden lancehead is the deadliest here. This snake's venom is deadly, killing people often within minutes on this island. Every 0.85 square meters holds 1 to 5 venomous snakes, casting terror over all here. Historically, Great Kemidar Island wasn't terrifying. Millions of years ago, it's shown as a tropical rainforest jewel. Palms and thriving wildlife made it South America's biodiversity vault. As shifts split it from the mainland, the island became nature's isolated evolution lab. Over time, big animals vanished from hunger, while small ones barely survived on this lonely island. The golden lancehead, small yet deadly, became the island's apex predator over time. In this closed setting, they bred, evolving deadlier venom. Though golden lancehead vipers average only about 80 centimeters, they're still among the world's most venomous snakes known. Their toxicity made them island invincible, the undisputed top rulers. After millions of years, their venom grew fiercer, 5 times more toxic than Brazil's lancehead. For humans, an attack by this viper is catastrophic. Back in 1909, tragedy struck this unnamed island. The Brazilian Navy sent a lighthouse keeper with partner and 3 children. Soon all 5 died from venomous snakes. Later, for safety, Brazil's Navy upgraded the island lighthouse to run automatically. Since 1920, only Navy crews may land for annual upkeep. Everyone else is banned and accepts all risks alone. That's all for today's video. Which of these 10 secluded places impressed you most today, overall, and why? Tell us below in the comments.